Hello, welcome to the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. I'm David Wheatley, and we're here to talk all things leadership.
So welcome to another Humanergy Leadership Podcast. And after last week and talking about Daisy the cow, I must be on a kid-friendly focus because I was also thinking about the game Chutes and Ladders. Chutes and Ladders is the American version. In England, they call it Snakes and Ladders. And I don't know quite why, because Chutes and Ladders makes a whole lot more sense. And if you've never played Chutes and Ladders, it's a simple board game that usually goes from 1 to 100. And as you move your counter along, depending on where you land, whatever the dice number gives you, you either end up at the foot of a ladder, which means that you can go up that ladder and advance a number of spaces, or at the mouth of a chute, which means you have to shoot back down to wherever the other end of that chute is. So it's a very simple game, probably no sense of skill or anything. It's purely luck. And probably most of us played it at some point in our childhood. The reason I bring that game up today is that if you're familiar with our 4 choices model, we talk about the idea of making choices focused on the greater good rather than focusing on yourself. And we all make choices on a daily or weekly basis, and we're all over the place. But if you think about that game, Chutes and Ladders, a ladder is a choice that is more productive and transformative. It's greater good focused. It advances you on. It makes you move towards the end result. And a chute is when we make a choice that's more self-focused, that's passive or destructive. And so as you go through life as a leader, you're playing a real game of Chutes and Ladders all the time with the people around you by the choices that you make. So I'd encourage you to go back to some of the previous podcasts that have talked about the 4 choices, or take a look at What Great Teams Do Great, which explains it in more detail, and then continue to overlay it with the idea of a Chutes and Ladders board. And think about how many ladders have I climbed this week by making brave choices that focused on the greater good? And how many times have I slipped down a chute, whether it be a long chute or a short chute, that was the result of my poor choices? That's all I've got for you this week, is get you thinking about, am I climbing ladders in my choices, or am I going down chutes? And how do I maximize the ladders, my potential, and my ability to get to that end result with my team and the people around me? Have a good one.
You've been listening to the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. I'm David Wheatley, and we're brought to you by the book What Great Teams Do Great, available now at all good bookstores. Thanks to Brian Spencer and Finkel for the music. Please share any feedback and suggestions. I'm available through humanergy.com. And go to iTunes, like, subscribe, and leave us a review so that other people can find us. In the meantime, until next time we meet, stay healthy.